Today's webinar, we will go through document output implementation in NAV 2017, and the version of document output is version 2.0. My name is Thomas Droop. I'm a product specialist at Continia, and my wingman today is Sven Birk Hansen, NAV developer of document output. Today's webinar, we will go to the implementation of Document Output 2.0 in NAV 2017, review of the program package, installation of DLL files, import of objects, Document Output page setup, Document Output setup wizard, and edit email templates, and choose email recipients, and in the end we will go through the incoming questions. So now we get started. We have downloaded the package for document output in our partner zone. In the package you have DLL files for NAV 2013 or later, and you have DLL files for version 2009 and down to version 5.0. You have add-ins for NAV 2016, and that will be installed with the setup wizard. For versions before NAV 2013, we have the Continia PDF writer. In NAV 2013 or later, we have the NAV PDF writer that is built into NAV. The documentation for Document Output 2.0 is a developer's guide, a setup quick guide, a user guide, and upgrade notes to version 2.0. So if it's an upgrade, you can see which objects are in this upgrade note. Just go open the package. We have the objects which is country specific, and we have the templates. The new thing in version 2.0 is that the templates is in Continia Online, so you don't have to use them from this package. It will be downloaded from the cloud. As in the earlier versions, we also have features in the Document Output 2.0. That's an HTML file. We have a log. You can see what changes has been done. And you can see which versions you have in which countries. So if we open the add-ins folder, the DLL files for NAV 2013 or later, you can see that there is an add-ins folder, and if you open it, it contains all the DLL files for document output. Some of the DLL files can't be blocked by Windows. So if you right-click in Properties, if it's blocked, you will see it down here, and you have to unblock it. Else you just have to copy this folder, and you go to the service tier and the program files, Microsoft Dynamics NAV, version 10, service, add-ins, and here you have to set in the folder. We already set it in. So for some versions before NAV 2016, you might copy this folder to the client as well, but not all versions, and we don't know which versions, but some versions before 2016 you have to copy it to the client as well. So now I will give the word to Sven, who will show you how to import objects.
Yes. So first I will open the developer environment, and here we have a clean database, except that we modified page 41 and 42 just to show you how the merge works on pages. So I'm just going to File, Import, and then choosing the package, going under Objects, W1, 2017, and then choose the correct FOB for the cumulative update you are using. Pressing OK. And I'm going to press Replace All, and then find the objects where they modified. So these objects I'm going to skip. So that's page 41 and 42. And also just to show you, there's a lot of standard pages that's modified, but we can merge those from within document output, so that's not really an issue. And the only objects besides the pages is table 77, which is rarely modified, so normally not an issue. I'm going to press OK, and press OK to the dialog boxes. Yes. So now we import all the objects except for the 2 pages. I'm going to start up the role-based client. And then under Departments, Administration, Application Setup, we now have Document Output. And because we need to set in those 2 pages, I'm going to Document Output Page Setup. It opens here, and the next thing I have to do is download the XML with the descriptions of which actions and fact boxes needed to be inserted on standard pages. After it downloads the XML, it analyzes the code and find out where does it need action and fact boxes. So for most of the pages here it's fine, it's a skip in the create type, but for page 41 and 42, which we skipped, it says you need to insert actions and fact boxes. So I'm just going to press import and compile changes. Yes, so now it's inserted. Pressing OK, and just to show you, I'm going back to the sales order. Open the sales order. And here you can see you have the customer change, and you can see that the document output fact box is imported. Yes. Then I'm going back to the development environment just to show you that we do have some code units like bullshit management, BUPDF management, and Continia PDF management. They will not be able to compile unless you have actually installed the printer drivers for those. Also the page 61, 75, 279 email language is not used anymore from the old versions if it's an update, so that will not be able to compile as well, and you can just delete it. This is also described in the upgrade notes for 2.0. Last but not least, I'm going to show you that we probably have before have you seen that we have a role center for demo purpose in document output, but some of the things in that is useful in a normal role center. So I'm going to open Pages, set a filter on role, and here you have all the normal role centers, and in the bottom we have the document output role center. So I'm going to design that. And the part you normally would use is the document output unhandled queues. So I'm going to copy that, going to order processor role center, design, and find where I want to insert it, paste it in here, and then save it. So now when I go back to my role-based client and go back to role center, I now have my document output queues where I can see all the different things that I need to send or stuff like that. The last thing is if you upgrade from an earlier version to 2.0, there's a small data conversion, but the only thing you have to do is after you imported the objects is to open templates. And after you open the templates, it will pop up with a message box saying that it's now converted the number of objects, the number of templates that you had in the old version. So that's the only thing you need to do to convert the templates. So now I'll go back to Thomas and...
Thank you. Yeah. So now I will walk you through the setup wizard in Document Output. So go to the search field, search for output, and press Document Output. And under Administration, I have Document Output Setup Wizard. So press the Setup Wizard, and as you can see, there's a new check mark up here. It says Download Template from Continia, and this will get all the templates from Continia Online in the cloud. So if you wish to import manually, it's also possible, but it's not necessary in 2.0 as it will get it from Continia Online. The next thing, you just have to press Next, and here you have the standard NAV PDF driver for NAV 2013 and later, and you have the statement report ID, which is the standard statement report ID for NAV 2017. If you have a modified statement report, you just have to enter the report ID in this field. Now we just press Next, and here we set up our SMTP. And when that's done, we press Next, and here we can set up user setup. If we have a user ID, we can get it here, and we can put on a salesperson for this user ID. This is used when you use merge field on the templates. If you haven't have a salesperson on a user ID, you can't use the merge field that is attached to the salesperson. Then we just press Next, and as you can see, there's check mark as it's the first time we run through the setup wizard in create job queue entry, create job email job for email queue, and create send statement code, which is a new thing in Document Output 2.0, and download and install client add-ins. Then we just press Finish, and it's now downloading templates from Continia Online. And as you can see, we have now these templates. We press OK, and it's created 20 new templates directly from Continia Online. Press OK. I just show you the templates, and now you can see that there's templates. And a new thing in Document Output 2.0 is that we have a new field for the report selection. So if you have it filled out, you can see that the report selection is the same as the report ID on the template. If it's blank, you have to change the report selection to the same report ID as on the template. So now I just go to my role center, and I just open a sales invoice. Just to see that everything is set up, I will press Email Open in Outlook. And if it's creating an email with a PDF, everything is set up correctly. And here it comes. And now you can see that everything is working, and I can press Send. So now I will go back and open the Document Output menu again. So we go into a template, and now we have to look what changes we've done to the template. So I find a sales invoice and just show more fields. So in document 2.0 we have the possibility to choose a variant or dimension code on the template lines. So if I just open a variant code and I choose, for example, customer posting group and press OK, I can see down here that it's on the template line changing to customer posting group. And if I put on a posting group for domestic, EU or foreign, I can make different templates for each of the variants. I just delete this and I choose a dimension code and I choose customer group, and I can see when I go down to the template lines that this field is changing to customer group code. And if I open this one, I have the possibility to set up new templates. So I will make a new template and I will put on for a medium business. Press OK. And now I just want to say medium for this one. I open my email template and I can copy this from the other template. Just close it down, no changes. Edit this new email template. And I can paste it. Now I have the same template. I can change the percentage, the merge field, to, for example, %4 sell to customer name if I wish to. And I can attach a file if I want to. And I can insert a picture. And I choose where I want the picture. I want it beneath the Kronos logo. And I just say so. Now I just delete the attachment for test purpose. I close it down, say yes to changes, and email template has been saved. So we can also attach a background PDF. So put on a Kronos letter and you can say show the background PDF. And you can see out here that there's a background PDF attached. So you can also do it the same for merge field. You can open request page, which is linked to the report ID on the template, and here you have possibility to choose request pages. I press OK and there's a check mark on this one. You can also make country specific, language specific templates. So you just make a new template for this language code. And I just enable the template for a medium company. Yes, and now I will give the word to Sven, who will show you more about email recipients.
Yes. Now up here in the template we have the email recipients field, and this is actually the field you use to find where do you want to find the email recipient table from. So this is from a customer. This could also be from a contact, and Now we're on a sales invoice, so it makes sense to find it from the bill to customer number. I'm going back here and going to document output, and now we have, let me open the customer first. So I'm going to customers, open 10,000. And on the customer card, we can see we now have a fact box for document output, where I can see how many email recipients I have. I can click here, or I can click up in on the bottom up here on the email recipients. It opens the same page. So this is what it typically looks like in document output before. We get a table where we can input the email address, and you typically have to insert like 3 lines and type in 3 email addresses. So I'm going to close this and going back to document output, and now we have a email recipient template. So edit the list. I'm going to put in a template for customers, so I'm putting in that I want a bookkeeping email address, I want a sales email address, and I want a line for a specific email template. So this would be the statement. There it goes. And email address. So now I click OK. So this going back to the customer. And now when I open the email recipients, it will be pre-filled out with the 3 lines that I expect user to type in the email address for. So the only thing that the user now has to do is to type in the actual email address for bookkeeping, sales, and statements. The last thing about recipients I want to show is back on the template. So going to document output, templates, open the sales invoice again, and on the template I have a field called test recipient. So I'm just going to put in my own email address for test purpose only. I'm clicking OK, going to unhandled, posted sales invoice. And now on the unhandled posted sales invoice, I'm able to see that my email recipient is my own email address. And this is of course meant for test purpose, so you can test the setup without actually sending the emails for actual customers. And of course, after you going live with this, you need to delete the test recipient on the sales invoice. So delete it and you're ready to go live. So that was it from me. So back to Thomas.
Yes, I will just go back to the template and show you some of the new things in Document Output 2.0, and a more flexible setup of email address field is when we press the assist button. You can go in, and instead of choosing the email from cell to customer number, you can choose it from bill to customer number. Press next, and if you go down and choose the email field and press finish, you can now see that it's taking the email address from bill to customer number and customer email. This makes the setup more flexible from where you want to choose the email from. Of course, you still have the CC and BCC fields for email recipients. And from email is a standard set as fixed, but a new thing is that you can choose it from user setup or salesperson from user setup. You can also type in a document folder. And in this folder you can choose the merge field to create a document folder. I will just show you the merge field, which is up here. And now I set up %4, which is sell to customer name. So every time I'm creating a sales invoice, it will put the invoice down in this folder for the sell to customer name. So if it's not created the first time I'm sending an invoice, it will create it. So on email SMTP is set to email, but you can also choose for this template that it has to email and print. So this was the new things in Document Output 2.0. So now I just want to show you what have we seen today. We went through the review of the program package, installation of DLL files, import of object, merge of document output buttons and change pages, document output setup wizard, editing email templates, choose email recipient and test email recipient.